everybody from PaiN was playing well. They just didn't necessarily have the opportunity because Nithon was so lethal. Yeah. So we'll see if somebody else is going to step into the spotlight here on Nuke. Let's see if EG can set a good example early here. Clasia playing with the smoke. He's going to be playing ramp right now. And he sees a lot of presence, so he's backing off of it. Backing off of it, perhaps calling for rotation. But if so, for now, it's only a little bit. And it's a little bit slow. Chop tucked in the corner. Now they're working together. Chop gets one, needs more. He's surrounded. He's dealt with. Nicely played by the double doors. The double swing comes through, and that's beautifully played from PaiN. Taking every fight with a numbers advantage, isolating out the angles for EG, and just annihilating them, John. That was such... so good.
Sorry, yeah, that was such a good play towards double doors there. You have two players, I think, coming in from observation, then Hards out. As soon as the fight is engaged and they're committed towards watching those players come towards observation, he charges through double doors and says, hey, how's it going, guys? I got a bullet for your heads, and deals the damage that he has to keep his other two teammates alive to boot. Unbelievable work from PaiN on the pistol round, and they get the early... Well, they get the 1-0 lead. And Hext is going to pop in here into HUD. It's a force buy for EG. They're trying to be more aggressive. We said they need it to be, which is good to see in the early goings, but Hext does eventually back off. I mean, a lobby crunch certainly wouldn't hurt here, given the limited buy-up. But they're just going to play a stack, at the very least, on the A side here, Mike.
They haven't revealed any information yet, right?
No.
So PaiN Gaming don't have a read of any info. Player down secret, 2 watching outside. These are with the Deagles, right? So... something that you can do, get a little lethal with it, but there's the first check. Nithon takes a bullet. I think that was from Wiz. So right now they're just going to send PKL outside, and if he gets caught, well, what's he going to do? It's designed to be a link up in towards B. If they can get past Clasia, there is not a lot to keep them off of this B site. And well, okay, there we go. Clasia's at least going to collect his toll. His toll comes in the form of blood, but they know he's the ramp player. So do they just read that it's soft presence on the site? Well, it's not anymore. Players have gotten down the vents. Trop is in position to potentially deal some damage with that MP9. Things are getting interesting. They're still going to have to be wary about PKL coming on the flank, but Chop has a chance to collect something here. That Hardzao is clearing it. That's nicely done. Had to do it. If he overlooked it, it could have been bad, but instead, it's now just routine. PKL's now been activated, and with that, the bomb's going down, and it's going to be very tough for EG to do much of anything else in this round. Yeah, Clasia tried to come out and support, take down PKL, but PKL was already aware of the possibility. He rotates around, then he finds another one. $1,800 built up with those 3 MAC-10 frags from PKL. They've got the money, they've got the rounds, and now they're looking for a third in a row. And because EG forced up in that previous one, they are going to be a little light for cash here. And it's going to be pistols only bought up, if anything, for them, because Wiz wants to save up for the big green. And yeah, it's actually just going to be the 1 deagle, a smoke, and that's it for EG as PaiN get off to their typical strong start on T side of Nuke. Man. It's been rough for EG. Yeah. They could use a lucky break in one of these rounds where you're not expected to get much of anything, but PaiN aren't going to be liable to give anything away. They're not very charitable folks in the CS server. No. I will say that. They really don't like gift wrapping anything. And the thing is, they're playing so well as a unit today, is on top of everything else, that it's just putting EG in fits. Yep. Nothing doing in this round. Not that it was expected, but certainly nothing doing in this round. I think Nick is about to get at least 1 more kill. Make that 2. Yeah. Likes a 2-fer. Daily double. Double up special. So not a player drops there for PaiN. The money is building. PKL's already got about 8K before investing into util in this round. So they got cash only. Not even sure if he'll keep the MAC-10 into this, though PKL does like to play with SMG, so could see it. This is the first gun round investment for EG. They've broken out the AWP immediately. This, of any map, this is the map where I'd say Wiz struggles the most. So I'm curious to see what impact he'll have. I'm curious if I'm just talking out my my butt on that one, John, or if the stats back it up. I'm fairly certain the stats back it up. I don't have Wiz's stats on Nuke, but given how much we've watched him play here, it hasn't been successful for him. Usually Hex is the one who's able to do the damage on Nuke, but so far it's been no win for EG in the first 3 rounds.
rounds.
All right, I'm going into the stats. Yeah, okay. Last 3 months, it has not been pretty on Nuke.
There you go.
Is that his lowest rated map?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Genius if it's true.
An evil genius.
Hey, sign me. Oh, he hasn't played Ancient. That would explain the bad rating on Ancient.
They don't play Ancients. They're insta-ban, Mike. So.
That's true. It is their perma. Yep. It is substantially his worst rated map. Oh, no. Sorry, Vertigo is. But they've just moved away from playing Vertigo, and, well, this round is falling apart.
Oh, maybe not.
PaiN who it's falling apart for. Okay. Ninth on a Big Zera. I've been zeroing in on stats, meanwhile, but I should leave that to you, John. Because we're into the action here. Bomb is planted, and that changes things quite a bit. Wiz is stuck at the bottom of the vent. It's going to be really tough for him to get up. He needs Classy to make first contact. There's really nothing that he can do until that happens, until Classy pulls somebody, but they're not looking his way. There's a window. It's a slim window. With the time of God smile upon him, well, they haven't so far. If he comes up, Nithon should have him dead to rights. Classy. They're running out of time. They're running out of time. That op has been spotted. It's over. Realistically, Classy, even without a kit, he no longer even has the clock to do this, so he will withdraw. That was kind of a half in, half out situation for EG. You let too much time go off the clock, certainly, and so there wasn't even the chance to win the round, really. I'm not quite sure why they even committed the op at that point. It wasn't looking viable.
Yeah, if you're going to go for it, just commit early on, and in that situation, I agree, keep the op alive. Wiz does get the opener for his squad, but it does not yield the win, because he's the one who goes down in that 2v2 to make it a 2v1 and force the save. So PaiN already racking up these T-side rounds. 4 is good. If they get to 6, it's extremely problematic for EG. I don't know if I see a path to victory for them after that point. Okay, I shouldn't say that for 6. Maybe 8 for PaiN.
I was going to say, that's a little dramatic.
6, yes.
A 9-6 is perfectly recoverable.
Yes. Perhaps 8 is the point of no return then.
If PaiN get 8?
Yes.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good for EG. It certainly wouldn't. It's such early days right now, so obviously it's tough to be too doom and gloom. But we do need to see EG crack on something, because it just does feel like they're trapped a little bit in the doldrums, even continuing over from overpass a little bit. And so one cracker of a round, one real, multi-kill, something spicy would really help propel our faith in this team. And so far, well, it's been bland as porridge for EG.
I think the only 3K we've seen, or 3Ks we've seen, is Chop and Wiz.
Well, not in this map, because no one on EG has 3 kills.
I meant in the previous map and in the series so far. Yeah. Outside of that, there haven't been those big plays, one of those big plays to spark the team and get them going. So they really, you're right, need that. It's just so hard to get against PaiN, because each one of them is exceptionally talented.
Hadzao, rocket to PaiN hollows. Flexing as he moves into ramp, and he's got one, but it's the trade. And back it goes. Glacia loses control of that. Now life gets very tough indeed, but Hex on the flank. Well, that's the bomb dropped, and Nekis is... Oh, he's just Nekis! Mid-air, Nekis connects, and he's the first to swing with his blade. There is no victory there for the Evil Genius.
Oh, Nekis, no. Be nice.
No, do it. Stunt on him.
Oh, man.
Knife him mid-air. I mean, that was just a reaction. He knew he had to be quick, right? Knew he had to chase into it.
Yeah.
And there it goes.
I mean, there are 2 ways that could go, right? When you go for the knife kill, either it ejects a team and then the confidence is shot, or it does light the fire and say, guys, you really think you can pull it off against us? And let's hope it's the latter for EG.
They need some fire. They
Yeah.
got the double up. Classy, who's been the ramp player, is going to play the secondary, but he's actually out of ramp. They've left him vacant. This is really interesting. The hit's coming in. It's the right read. Chop gets the first contact, but the trade is there. They need support. They need something more. And once again, these are going 1v1, and Hex now drop makes this tough. But the trade is instant, and Walko comes at the vent through the flames as well. And suddenly, it's PKL left alone. He's got to find 2.
He's going to isolate the
He's got a
ones.
really good idea where he's playing. But Wiz comes to the rescue. A knight in shining armor at just the right moment. He comes alive with that AWP, and evil geniuses are finally on the board. That's ending a streak that's going back to the half switch on overpass.
Yes. Oh, man. Finally, they get that round on the board and crack the goose egg, and maybe it's off that knife frag. Maybe that'll be the difference, right, for EG. They went across the line. They went too far.
Maybe. Maybe.
But either way,
it was still an 11-1 run.
Yes.
Across two maps.
To note, Mike, is that when Wiz is getting in on the action, when he finds a frag, the chances of EG winning increase substantially. So they have to get Wiz going. I think that's the key to their success here against PaiN. Set him up for victory, and it will help the entire squad thrive.
Just a tougher thing to do on Nuke, man.
It is.
Squeak door peeks, outside plays. He doesn't like to play outside that often, though. Right now, where have they got him?
See him there.
They're playing him in towards ramp.
He likes ramp. He likes ramp, yeah.
He does like ramp a lot, but they've been playing classy there, so clearly they're trying to free him up from the ramp position and give him more opportunities to create. Speaking of creating, let's see what Walco can do, because they're coming his way. He's down secret. And that is a very early smoke.
Yes.
Okay. They're down it now. Preemptive smoke, 45 seconds. He thinks they're past him. Walco is clearly not sure how far they could have gotten. Now he seems to have settled in. And he's going to have contact here. HE comes through. That doesn't find much damage. The Molotov will slow down. And now, yeah, there's not much time left. PaiN got to go. They haven't revealed their position yet, but with no one having seen anything, at some point, Walco's going to call in the cavalry. And now he's doing the jump peek. He's got the spot. He's got the drop. And can he get rotations in? Wiz is here to support. That off needs to ring true. He needs to get something, and he's got nothing. Glacia instead is making the noise, but can I get this bomb planted? They can indeed. Yes. That can't be denied. That's huge, but indeed it is! Never mind, it's all over! Chop down the vent, got past knife on, and it's ruination for PaiN. Suffer the bitter taste of a clock-based defeat. A little taste of their own medicine.
Wow, yeah, they took way too long, and I guess it makes more sense now. Walco throwing that smoke, because I think it was at 45 seconds left on the clock. He figures they have to be coming from somewhere. And after he realizes that they aren't behind him, he goes and throws more utility up. The nade and the Molotov was key, because that burned so much time off the clock. It puts the pressure on PaiN to go for their XE with very little info. And to boot, Walco gets the opening frag. He doesn't go down for free, and that gives Chop a chance to rotate in, denies the bomb plant completely, and PaiN just fell apart in that round. That's 2 in a row for EG, and now a timeout is called. I think it was by PaiN. Yeah, PaiN calling for a timeout and then a technical pause. It's now ended very quickly. Maybe they just wanted to sort something out, but it appears to be good. No, we got the technical pause and now it's back. So trying to sort out some issues here on the PaiN side, both I think technically and of course on the server, because that round was a little too sloppy.
Yeah. Not ideal if you're PaiN. Gotta watch out for those. Can't let complacency creep in. But for EG, it's been a breath of life into this squad. And look at the buy now. They got all the utility. They got the guns. They got AKs. So EG firmly have their feet under them. Everybody's even got a kit. Now it's just extravagant. So, let's see. This is the first chance EG have really gotten to get it all comfy on his CT side.
How does Bigu...
He just went over many. He went over many, jumped straight around, and Walco had no idea. So he was past, came back to get that mini kill, and now so much space is open towards outside. EG are on the back foot immediately into this round. PaiN Gaming, no hesitation. Okay, last round we let the clock run out. This round, we get kills 20 seconds in.
That's what I was talking about earlier, right? They don't have to rely on being a one-trick pony. They can really mix things up effectively and keep their opponents off balance. And, well, that's what they did there, at least for the opening frag. But now they've slowed it up. They want to let EG perhaps overthink things and reposition when they don't need to. Chop's going to peek out here from heaven, and Bigu will be engaging with him shortly. That's well played from Bigu to stay in cover and not give away his position. That helps PaiN immensely here, because now he can stand as sentinel against a peek here from Chop above him, and Chop will go for the peek. Then Bigu gets the frag. So much space is opened up because of that too.
All right, so it's the Bigu's era round to just absolutely hold dominion outside.
Yeah.
He's now gotten 2 huge impact kills, and you look at this. 3 players are moving down secret, and nobody's going to be in position to deal with this. And another one. Don't know where Classy thought Bigu was, but he wasn't. Indeed, instead, he's gotten 3 kills with basically a bullet not taken in return. He has been dominant this round, and EG have barely been able to figure out where he's even playing from. Ooh. That's a nice shot from Hex. Looked like Necky's had him dead to rights, but that will only help them save.
I mean, Big Azar just put on a clinic towards the outside yard. Went over Mini, jumped down, wasn't spotted out, takes down the first lead, was Walco, and then he goes up into heaven, doesn't get spotted, managed to sneak under the grate, and then takes down Chop. Afterwards, jumps down, even though he made no noise, right? And then Classy, that's what he was looking for. He was looking up, saying, oh, he's got to still be on the rooftop. Nope, he's right at the entryway, and he takes him down in hell. So, wow, well played from Hardzao. That's his round, and it really does take the breath out of Evil Geniuses, because those 2 rounds that they won in a row are completely nullified with that 6th round victory. Still, they do save the op and the AK thanks to a great shot from Hex, but it's a consolation prize.
Consolation prize indeed. What can they put around it? Maybe pistols? Maybe? Time for one of those rifles, the op or the M4, to go hero mode. They could use a Big Uzera of their own. That may be a tough task. Another rifle's been invested, so they are full going for it. They're actually making this look pretty dang good. I did not expect that would work out so well, and that's why I'm not an accountant. Vent drop. Vent drop. Not a vent drop. It's actually a play towards up top, and Hex is ready for it. That AK does so much damage. One after another, they drop. And it's fallen just to PKL and NetQs to try and squeeze something out of this round. Maybe just damage at this point. PaiN Gaming went for the fast play and got absolutely annihilated.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that PaiN does like to go for that A-pop. Usually they have more presence coming out of Hut, though. That time they had none. 3 players trying to push their way out of Squeaky, and Hex just starts to spam his AK, spray control, and gets the frags pretty easily, honestly. Good shots from him regardless, but yeah, they needed more Hut presence to distract Hex and take him down after he only gets 1 instead. Well, I mean, the round could be over. It's not yet, because there's 1 minute left on the clock for PaiN to try and do something. The thing is, they need to get 1 very quickly here. Is no one on B, Mike?
No one is on B.
Okay, now they got 1, but... Ooh,
well,
boy.
He's not even on B proper. Hex is just making his way over now. They have completely left this control available. And here we go. Utility in now. Hex has been spotted. If he drops, that's a chance for a bomb plant at the very least. Nekis is going hunting for it. 25 seconds, but who can come in to answer the call? Well, now Chop can. PaiN may have missed their window. It was a slim window, to be fair, but that will extend it. Smoke down. That's the bomb planted. Money made at the very least. Nek is now in a 1v4. Can he find anything else? No, is the answer. So EG are back on the board, but the bomb plant does mean the money train can keep rolling here for PaiN.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's great to get the additional $800. Given the situation, that's pretty nice. PaiN actually opened up the possibility of even winning the round, given how they almost got into the B site cleanly. Had they gone a little quicker, could have happened, but they slowed up a little too long, and then EG caught on to what was happening. EG do get their 3rd, but at least PaiN get their coffers stacked up with some cash, so they will be able to get 4 AKs, full utility, but Nek is going to be stuck on the Tech 9. We'll see how that works out for them. They do like to go for the quick hits. Maybe that's what they'll do here. They have that lobby presence, and Nithon, along with Nek, will be dropping down soon. Nithon's just preparing a Molotov to throw on the A site, so we could see an A-pop very shortly, although they could adjust off it as well. Oh, nice
Chop
push.
spots an ankle. And he gets a little excited about that one. Just a hint of ankle, but it's enough for the kill. Now Nekis is in the dirt for this round, so advantage EG in this one. A chance to actually chain 2 rounds together, Chop? Could it be? Oh, Wiz thinks it could. Wiz thinks it could indeed, as the kill does come through.
Wiz got a frag. Increases their odds significantly. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Looking for another one. That's not going to happen. Big Uzera deletes, and Big Uzera will have a chance for another fight. That one he doesn't get. Burning, it's the bullets who take him out of play. Nithon and PKL, the only 2 that remain. Chop made an audio cue, but a smoke in means that it won't matter. PKL can't challenge that. 35 seconds on the clock. They do have to get a move on, and what? Claudia does not want this fight. He's so far back. So if they want ramp, they can have ramp. But if they want heaven, Well, that's where the fight's going to come in.
I think PaiN are still going to go for this one. Yeah, they do. PKL goes down, so does Nithon. That'll be that. And EG do indeed find 2 rounds in a row for the second time in this half. They're hoping to make it 3 now, especially considering that PaiN didn't get the bomb plant in that round. Their money is a little tight. A force buy wouldn't be out of character here for PaiN, but I think they are going to just go for the pistols. Yeah, it's just going to be the half buy. 3 Deagles, a P250, and a Glock. No utility at all. Completely dry in that regard, but they do have a couple of players with some body armor, although the head armor is lacking, even though it doesn't matter because look at EG. AKs across the board. You don't see that very often on CT side. And then the AWP for Wiz. That definitely bolsters their defense significantly. And, well, Walco's going to get the first headshot here onto Bigu.
Little air raid nade. So far, it's looking good for EG. PaiN not able to get anything going here. Obviously, no utility for this outside play, so they are very naked and exposed to these rifles, and one after another. They find that maybe you do want a little bit of an umbrella to the rain of bullets that's headed their way. A little nifty movement here,
Yeah.
but, well, it's not really going to get you anywhere, especially with Wiz coming back in to look. And so it's looking like EG are, at the very least, going to secure for themselves 5 rounds, unless Nick really turns our heads.
I mean, it could for a couple of frags. I don't know if winning the round.
Opportunity knocked. Wasn't there to answer, John.
No, that was the chance, and, well, it's not an easy shot to hit. Threading the needle there between the box and the wall. But, yeah, Nick isn't able to get anything, and EG will get a 5th round for themselves. 1 round away from tying things up. This is a great recovery for them, considering it was 5-0. But since that knife frag for Nekiz, it's been only 1 round victory on the PaiN side. Let's see if they can change that here with 4 AKs and the Galil coming through. Pretty much full utility. And they're going to go for a lot of presence towards outside, at least with the smokes. I predict that the wall of smokes is going to come through here.
Hard's out with an opener. That's Wiz down, so no Wiz killing the round. Your stats tell us it might be in for a rough ride for EG.
Yes.
Smokes on down. Molly in. Well, at least slow this down for a tick, but they're going to take the garage control instead. And Walker wants to play on the edge of this. This could get spicy. Does he have a gap? Oh, I think he does. Nope, apparently not.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
Apparently not. Might have just been a hint of a leg, but he'll pull off of it. And instead, PaiN find safe passage across the river Styx that is secret. Hexed. It's not quite Cerberus, but he is the guard dog of this lower site. Let's see if he can hold back the enemy that stands at its gates. Just tucked in towards Decon. And for now, they've at least completely bypassed him. Given him the slip. He's not got the sense of smell of a hound of hell, and so he has no idea that they're just around the corner, but he's about to find out. And this time, he's ready. So the first kill goes their way. Chop in for the next. They're being rebuffed. That's a huge one for Nithon. And he gets the second. Turns to react. He's just so dang good right now. Bomb goes down. But Classy is in towards the double doors, and he could upset this apple cart. And indeed, he does. Nithon found Big Uzera playing among the smokes, dancing in that cover, trying to dodge death for another day, and he's gone through. He's got Walco blindsided. That's a massive frag. It all falls to Classy now. He's got to find the first, and he looks away at the wrong moment. PaiN Gaming find their 7th.
What a bad time for a double take if you're Classy. If he just held that angle, he would have had the frag, but he doesn't, and he goes down. The thing is, Big Uzera, that is a ballsy play to go for. With all those smokes down, he says, you know what? I'm going to take the fight towards this player. He knew someone might have been around that area, and wow, is he rewarded for that play. So, PaiN Gaming do get back on to the scoreboard here with a 7th round, and a timeout is going to be called once more. A lot of timeouts being called by both sides throughout this series so far, and this time it is going to be, is it EG? It is EG.
It is EG.
Oof. Getting close to that threshold here for EG, though, in terms of rounds 1 for PaiN. They have to keep them off the scoreboard for the remainder of this half, I would say.
get an opening kill that might help them to keep PaiN off the scoreboard. Only 3 more rounds in the half. Ooh, a spot! Classy escape.
Oh.
So, you know what? You're just going to call a redo on that one. Mulligan, no harm, no foul. No one's dead. Glacier is able to withdraw, but they get PKL down in towards Secret. That's a lot of space gained. It's going to be Hex who moves to address, and he was good in the last. Artow's going to push. They might once again try and split down towards lower. This time, though, they have to test Wiz on that op in order to do so. Flash around the corner. Won't do much to catch Hexed. And he should be ready now. But being ready and being able to execute are two different things. What a shot from PKL to get that entry. Still not a bomb. They do need to get these players out from the lobby. Where are they going to go? A vent dive, perhaps on the cards, but Chop has now gotten in position to deny this. He's gone down the vent himself. A flashbang back up. That was a bridge too far. And Mek is punished. He got down the vents. Can't get back up. Now the lower side is lost, and there's no one who can actually deny this, so they've got the site. Wiz is coming in, but it's a little late, and they're already on the angles, and that bomb's already being planted. Does he just even want to go for this? This is a pretty tough retake. This is a pretty tough situation. They're not really in position to respond just yet.
They shouldn't, but...
Desperate times. Desperate measures. It seems like they're going to do so. This next kill might just decide things. And again, there's alert coming in from lobby. Nightthon is on their heels. They won't even be allowed the option to save. They're starting to withdraw now, but they are dead men. Only one dropped. Walco can retrieve that AWP if he wants. That's exactly what he's going to try and do. Now retrieving it, getting it to a safe spot are different things. And he's just able to give them the slip. He withdraws, but PaiN is hot on their heels. Here's the chase, John. And they are going to think better of it. The money's actually kind of crap for PaiN, so they will bail.
Yeah, but what's not bad for them is 8 rounds on the board. They've taken this half already on their T side. Still a couple of rounds left to play, and a 10-5 on Nuke is a lot more problematic than on Overpass to try and come back from if you're EG. Especially when those 10 rounds for PaiN come on T side. Anyway, look, still a couple of rounds left to play, and because EG are able to save a couple of rifles, they do get a pretty good buy-up. Chop has still for the 5.7, but everyone else, 2 A1Ss, an A4, and the AWP. PaiN coming on through, they get the opener again. Wiz, the victim, once more. He's always the tip of the spear, it seems, but he can't get anything done. You see that op just flying away as a nade blows it into Secret. Ooh. And Big Uzera finds Walco. 5v3, nothing doing for EG so far into this round. Damage at least on PKL and Bigu. But man, even at low health, these guys are still extremely threatening. And PKL has managed to get into Big Garage. It's such a strong position for him. Oh,
it's all just to set up the 5-7 multi-kill. He didn't realize there's a player next to him.
Oh,
if he literally just turns left, he might have that kill on Nick.
Yeah.
That got weird. He did get one. But one is not enough at this juncture. Oh, but Hexed might be able to make a little more happen. The bomb is just on the other side of this. He's going to come in for the fight with the player's mini. It's gotten chaotic. It's gotten weird. That's a dink, but not a kill. It's been the trend of this round for EG. Now it all falls to Glacia, and they've still got 50 seconds to operate in, John.
It's winnable, though, for Glacia because of the low HP players.
Maybe. But how does he read this?
Yeah.
They've got outside control. They had mini control. They have secret control. And he's coming in from ramp, and they know he's the ramp player. So he has chosen the wrong site to check. And he's even worried that they're going to come in from heaven. So he kind of just has to pick and commit to something.
Yeah.
But he has picked and committed to the wrong site.
He chose poorly.
I'm pretty sure PaiN at this point have a mailing address at the B site because they're in there more often than EG is. Once again, they are establishing a residence. They're putting down roots. They've got their kids in schools at this point. They're comfortable, man. They are settled.
It's strange, too, because PaiN actually really enjoys playing towards that A site, but I guess that's where EG have figured they'd be going to, and PaiN just completely changed the game plan and go to the B site more often than not.
It does feel like PaiN's done a good job of reading their opponent in this matchup, right? I mean, we saw it. It was really the tempo was set from the pistol round on Overpass, where they just had that hard read on the connector play. And from then on out, it does feel like PaiN has just had a very good feel for what EG wants before EG even know what they want. And what PaiN want is 9 rounds. And you know what they're going to get, Sean?
9 rounds.
They're going to get 9 rounds. You're dang right about that one. That nade might kill one. No,
it was Nightthon.
Alas and alack, it was Nightthon.
Even if it wasn't, I don't think it would have been enough to get a kill. PaiN Gaming up 9-5. And EG, I mean, threatening a little bit. Chop with that headshot on towards Silo was actually really impressive. The thing is, he doesn't realize how much presence was around him with one in secret and one in big garage. And, well, once they realized where he was, they just closed on him and took care of business. So, EG trying desperately to get at least one more round onto the board. PaiN Gaming haven't really gone for those quick executes very much. Maybe they'll favor it here. We'll have to wait and see. It actually looks more like they're lining up towards the B ramp. They're just trying to clear out some space here at the moment. But PKL has managed to make his way into that cubby at the outer yard, and he'll be able to play a sentry. Keep an eye on.
The shadow of the Schmallow, as I like to call it.
Yeah,
and Big Uzera, well, he's going for a Schmallow roast right now. He's got it nice and crispy, maybe lit it on fire a little bit. How do you like your marshmallows toasted, John?
Lightly toasted, not too
lightly.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had this conversation live on air before. Necky's, though, is at the weenie roast right now. One after another, they are burnt to a crisp by bullets. And it's all under Wiz now in a 1v5 to try and prevent PaiN from walking out of this half with double digits. Can he even get the first? The answer is no. 10 rounds for PaiN on the T side of Nuke.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, that first half was not ideal for EG, but they're going to go quick into the second, and it's already out on towards A, but oh my goodness. Despite having no bullets, they're still finding kills, and it's actually, this ball might go down. There's players in the rafters. Hex with an advantage now for the team, but PKL has just committed the fight, and he's been silenced. It's all on Nikiz. That bomb making its way to be planted. Nikiz has been spotted. He has indeed. Hexed cracks the code, and he gets a much-needed 3K for his team. EG are back in it.
Didn't expect to be that the first time we saw that quick hut push from EG side. PaiN shied away from it completely in that first half, but EG immediately say, yep, we're bringing the fight to you very quickly. And that's good to see because they need that faster pace play on their T side because the slow, methodical pace wasn't working at all on Overpass. We'll see if it's a consistent thing for them here on Nuke or if it was just that one round. PKL gets tagged down to 44. He tries to deliver a tag himself but cannot connect. And now he's going to back off towards blue box. This time gets chopped down to only 3 HP, and Nekiz is going to finish him off, making it a man advantage for PaiN, despite them being on the short end of the stick in terms of buy-up. Oh, and they get a second
one goes down. EG can't do this. Not here. No. Not now. The bomb's dropped in the open. They've got 2 smokes, but that's another player out of play. Full blinded Classy takes a Teague bullet to the face. They're panicking now. They're making individual plays. They've got nothing else to work with. They have 2 smokes. They have the bomb. Maybe they have the faintest glimmer of hope, but it's going to require perfection, and Hexed might just be finding a surprise right above him. The Goomba Stomp shot might be coming through here in a second if he dares to venture outside of this hut, outside of his safe haven. There's gremlins on the roof, and the gremlin is named Hard Zao. They're grouping, John. 45 seconds. They do have to make a move. Hard Zao's readjusting here, and PKL's posted. There's the shot. PKL down, so at least one. Hex has the right idea, but not the right shot. It's all in the Walco now. 3 more to find, and, well, there's too many angles to cover off. He's dropped. The upset round is in. EG finally make a pistol work, only for immediate devastation to hit.
Catastrophic, honestly, for EG. They just went for too many individual plays, right? After they lose that first player, a bit of panic set in, I guess, and then, well, the Deagles did the work for PaiN, and afterwards they were able to close it out in a 3v1 because Walco just had too many angles to clear out. So, despite a very strong pistol round victory from EG, they immediately fall afterwards, and now they're on a force buy of their own because they have to. They need rounds. They need to take this chance. Glacio walks through a Molotov. Audio cue is given here, so PaiN know that he's walking around this red box. They dodge the flashbang. Glacio continues to push out, and PKL with the spam through the smoke takes him down. 5v4 edge here for PaiN, and they're looking for more. PKL is hunting. The nade, oh, so chonky. Whiz down to 9 HP, finished off by Nython. PKL gets another one. Hard Zao's getting potentially another frag delivered to him in the form of Hex, and eventually, well, it's going to come through. Hex just right here, and he does go down, Mike.
John, I'm going to call it now. Stick a fork in him. EG are looking rather done. This turkey looks like it's about ready to come out of the oven, and PaiN Gaming, well, they're in for a feast. Walco alone in a desperate, hopeless, no possibility round. He'll at least get the tag on PKL. But okay. That's a cool shot. We'll give it to him on that one. That is certainly a cool shot, but it's 12-6. PaiN Gaming's money is building. EG are in desperation station. They're going to have to hit another eco round here. It'll be 13 rounds on the board, John, before EG even get guns up.
I mean, I told you, the point of no return in terms of rounds 1 for PaiN on their T side was 8, and they got 10. So,
yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know what EG could do here. They needed that early start. At the very least, they got it, and then it just wilted away, I should say. PKL and Nython get the early frags, just Glocks on the other side, and this one is already done. It's over. Glock's going to do anything. 13-6 in favor of PaiN.
Well, PaiN have certainly exercised their demons against this EG squad. No concerns, no hesitations here. And as far as what their next opponent might be, that's the ATK game and Gladiators game for the upper bracket matchup. And right now, ATK are up a map. Yep. It's pretty even in the second map, 8-7, I believe, as we hit halftime. So, see how that one turns out. Meanwhile, we've got the hit coming through. Hexed. Trying to make something happen here. They've got the guns, and he's got the opening pick. That could be exactly what they need. The big key here to make something of this round. They need it. And, well,
oh no,
Hex attempts to sneak one down the vent, and he'll give up his life. So even situation now. And EG going to readjust over towards the ramp, where Nick lies in wait. Molotov down. He's looking for a fight, and he's going to get one before being traded. Tricky to do with the Galil. But if you can go 1-for-1 here, that's not bad. Sets up Nithon in towards the lower site. He's in a tough angle. But at least for now, they're more focused on Heaven. And PKL might be coming around just in the nick of time.
I think he's expecting this.
They're ready. They're ready for it. Wiz got it. Now finally an advantage found for EG. Where do they choose to take this bomb now? They've got options. And those options are getting better by the moment. EG in a prime position to take a much needed gun round here. 40 seconds. Certainly a 3v1. The clock can't become a problem. It made me a little nervous when the bomb was hanging out on the ladder for just a tick too long at the flank. But this should be an instant execution. Should be. Should be.
Oh my goodness.
And at this point, Nithon's going to save.
I think he's like, wow, I shouldn't be alive right now. I'm just going to save this AUG because...
Yes. Should have been dead. Should have been a one tap to the back of the skull. But sometimes the shots that should be are the shots that aren't. Did that make sense, John?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. I choose to believe it made complete sense. Full faith, just like EG need to have to believe that they can run this all the way back. They have gotten a much needed round, but they're still 6 rounds down, John. And there's, of course, so much money for PaiN. They weren't tested in the first few, so they've got cash for days, and this is where we might see that EWP come out for Nithon.
Yeah, that was technically a bit of a bonus round for PaiN at that point, so they're sitting pretty. The AUG is going to be dropped for Nekiz.
That tells me Op's coming. There it is.
Exactly.
You could tell he was looking at his teammates. He's like, okay, so who wants an AUG?
And Nekiz is like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I do note that PaiN have swapped back pretty substantially towards the A4. I think 2 players, at least Hardzao and Buguzera, picking up the M4A4 here. That is an interesting thing to switch.
We're going to see it more and more.
Okay, Nithon.
I think it's going to be an even distribution now, which is what Valve wants, right? They want the A4 and the A1S to be used 50-50.
I do indeed. Still an A1S stand. At least for the moment.
Me too. Yes.
At least for the moment. 4-shot body shot, just too tempting. Hardzao with that A4. He's about to stunt. He's about to show us this rifle. And, well, if you get headshots, it'll make any gun look good. And Hardzao, well, he gets a lot of headshots. He's good for it. Evil Genius is now down 2 players without a ton of control. They're going to try and adjust down here again, but Nithon's collected another outside. It's falling apart. It's falling to complete disaster, and Hardzao recognizes he doesn't even really have to take this fight. He can just leave. And, okay, that's the bomb. That is almost certainly the round as well. Glacia alone against 5. Yes, he spotted 1, but he didn't get that kill. Nothing doing for Evil Geniuses as PaiN Gaming are only 2 rounds away from closing it. And look at this again, John. Maybe it's not quite 30 kills, but it's 20 and 8 for Nithon. He once again paces the server. The guy has had a monstrous series.
Yeah, he's just finding a way to get into the right place at the right time against EG to find those frags. It's a fantastic performance for him. But in contrast to that first map, everyone else is actually playing quite well here for the PaiN side. Not that they weren't playing well in the previous one. I should say they're getting the frags on the board across every player here for PaiN. So that's good news for them. And for Nithon, well, he's just feeling it, which is fine. I mean, PaiN is happy to let anyone have a good day in terms of frags, as long as the W gets on the board. Chop is going to get the opener here, but Hardzao's right there for 1 and 2. Glacia and Welker are going to go down. Does he realize that there could be a pinch coming in from Mini? Probably, but he's also got Wiz to deal with here at Squeaky, and with him, he will. He does go down, but it's a 3v2 advantage with that frag coming through.
Hex is a bit of a cheeky spot. Is anyone looking for it? Nithon is now. And he's not missing these days. He's not missing much at all. So now it is just Chop to try and keep them off of series point. Series point, folks. Oh. And that's going to be on deck. 15-7 is the scoreline. Evil Geniuses just getting nothing going here. No chances for them.
I've been... a lot of oh boy moments here, just because I really do expect EG to play better than this, and it's just been it's been a tough day. Been a tough day for them. There's no question.
Tough day at the office, man.
Yeah.
Tough day at the office if you're on the Evil Jesus camp.
PaiN is just flexing on them at this point.
MP5 out for Glacia. When in doubt, get a little creative with the weaponry. Try and make this work. Because it is Desperation Station here for Evil Geniuses, so why not get weird with it? There's a big old gap in those smokes.
Gap. Intentional,
maybe?
maybe?
May have been intentional. Going to PKL. Here's the chase. There's the kill. There's the MP5 getting the kill as well. All right.
Okay.
A little bit of spice being injected here. Classier won't be able to inject much more spice. Just a hint of cinnamon, perhaps. But even numbers now. And for Evil Genius, it seems like it's all going to come down to this hit towards ramp. Nikiz has a chance to completely shut down this game. It's all in his hands now. He's got one. He's got two. He's got the third as well. Nikiz takes no prisoners. It's all on to Chop, and Chop will go no further. PaiN Gaming have done it 16-7.